Welcome to this explainer. Look, if you think you already know what artificial intelligence can do for your daily workflow, buckle up, because today we're unlocking the absolute cutting edge of AI automation. We are taking things to a whole new level.
Just think about this for a second. What if your AI didn't just passively answer questions in a little chat window, but actually built fully functional web apps right in front of you? What if it could instantly analyze massive, chaotic business spreadsheets? Or better yet, what if it could literally break out of the browser to directly control your computer's files and software? We aren't just talking about a conversational bot anymore. This is a high-level reasoning and business automation powerhouse.
And before we jump in, a quick note that this comprehensive deep dive into advanced AI is produced by Waqas Ahmed Shah, an educator and AI agents and automation builder for educators, traders, and startups based in Karachi, Pakistan. All right, let's get right into it and see exactly how to turn this technology into your ultimate digital advantage.
Our journey starts at level 1, choosing your engine.
Before you start building these complex automations, you've got to understand the brain that's actually powering them. Claude uses a tiered system. You've got Haiku 4.5, which is lightning fast and uses the absolute minimum of your usage limits. Then there's Sonnet 4.5. That's going to be your go-to for everyday tasks. But when you need ultimate power for deep brainstorming or complex data summaries, you switch over to Opus 4.1. Just keep in mind, Opus is heavy-duty, so it definitely consumes your limits way faster. Now, when you're tackling something truly difficult, you can activate this amazing feature called Extended Thinking. This isn't your standard instant reply chatbot stuff. Extended Thinking is a high-level reasoning mode where the AI actually takes extra time, sometimes even a few minutes, to process hidden thoughts. It conducts deep, multi-step analysis before it even gives you an answer. It's absolutely essential for things like complex algebra, intricate coding, and high-level market research.
Moving on to level 2, building apps with artifacts.
This is where Claude essentially transitions into an active software builder. Artifacts are these standalone pieces of content, like code, websites, or documents, that generate in a dedicated side window. You just input a command, say asking for a custom React app, a P5.js animation, or even a children's bedtime story generator. Claude uses its reasoning to write the code and instantly generates a live interactive app right there on your screen. You can literally ask it to build a playable version of Flappy Bird from a single prompt. It's wild.
And here's how brilliantly this applies to business. Imagine uploading a raw, messy spreadsheet of your Instagram analytics. Instead of just spitting out a boring text summary, Claude can instantly generate a fully interactive visual dashboard. It breaks down your total views by category, like marketing versus productivity versus entrepreneurship, and visually maps out engagement rates. This helps you pinpoint exactly which content is driving your business, and it does the whole thing in seconds.
All right, level 3, custom projects and skills.
This is exactly where you transform Claude into a highly organized, specialized virtual employee. Think of projects as themed containers. You can create a project, upload your company's background files, maybe even load in a specific persona like Alex Hormozy for marketing advice, and every single chat inside that project remembers that exact context. Skills, on the other hand, are specialized, pre-trained virtual team members that are designed to execute highly specific, repetitive tasks right on command.
Let's look at how impactful these skills can be in a corporate environment. You could create a brand guideline skill that acts like your personal design director, ensuring every presentation or graphic Claude generates strictly follows your exact company colors and fonts. Or you could build an SEO skill that automatically conducts keyword research. How about a virtual assistant skill that checks your Google Calendar, pulls meeting context directly from your Notion workspace, and drafts your prep notes before you even sit down at your desk?
Now we reach the boss level, ultimate automation with MCP.
Guys, this is where things get truly futuristic. The Model Context Protocol, or MCP, is basically an advanced communication bridge. Simply put, it breaks Claude out of its isolated browser window and allows it to talk to and directly control third-party software and external computer systems. Through MCP desktop extensions, Claude basically becomes your desktop commander. You can grant it permission to read and write files directly on your local hard drive, run commands in your terminal, control your active browser tabs, or even manage your Spotify playlists. You could literally tell it to organize a messy folder of invoices on your PC, and it will execute the whole action autonomously.
But it definitely doesn't stop at your local machine. Take a look at this staggering number. Over 8,000. That is the sheer volume of external apps Claude can integrate with when you connect it to the automation platform Zapier using an MCP URL.
And setting this up is incredibly fast. First, you just input your Zapier MCP server URL into Claude. Second, you grant permissions to external apps like Gmail or Slack. And finally, you automate seamlessly across platforms. For instance, you could instruct Claude to autonomously search the web for the latest AI news, summarize it perfectly, and email it directly to your team via your Gmail account, without you ever even opening an email draft.
So, let's do a quick, high-paced recap of the journey we just took. We started by strategically selecting advanced models like Opus for deep thinking. Then, we learned how to build instant software and dashboards using artifacts. We organized our workflows with high-memory projects and specialized skills. And finally, we unleashed ultimate automation by connecting to local systems and thousands of apps using the Model Context Protocol.
We are literally watching artificial intelligence fundamentally evolve from a tool that simply answers questions into a dynamic agent that independently runs business operations. So you really have to ask yourself, what process are you going to automate first?
The tools are right in front of you. Access the Claude Developer Console right now, experiment with the built-in prompt generator, and start building today. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer. As you close this out, I want to leave you with that final thought. What repetitive, time-consuming task in your daily life will be the first one you hand over to AI?